Today I will demonstrate the self-service 7.6 features. So let's get started. In 7.6 release, we have added some new features and we have done some enhancement. So I will start from the features list. So the first feature is radar view of dimensions, spider chart. The new chart is implemented in the charting library. And the second feature is waterfall view to analyze negative values. This is also a chart that is implemented in the charting library. And the third feature is display time to live for instances. In this, for the personalized data store instances, we will show end days left to expire. Along with this, the loading of all the data store list while creating story will be faster because of the new service being implemented. The fourth feature is data profiling. In case of dimension, top 5 value will display. In case of measure, minimum, maximum, average, sum, variance, standard deviation will display. In case of time, minimum and maximum date will display. So now we have an enhancement list and which we have done in 7.6 release. So the first enhancement is the dissolution tree chart. In this chart, properties are updated with the standard BizWiz font size. The second enhancement is UI enhancement for charts. The chart padding is updated from left, right, and bottom sides, and customizable legends font size are provided. Third enhancement is export option. In export option, export as JPEG image and the export as PNG image options are provided in the analyze mode for a view. And the fourth enhancement is distinguish between data stores. First is distinguish between instances and scheduler based data stores. And the second is distinguish between the active and the expired instances. The fifth enhancement is formula field editor enhancement. In this, now we have a search option to look for the drop down for fields, operations, and functions are provided. And provided a one sample on how to use formula editor in the available space in the formula editor field. And the second and the last enhancement is UI enhancement for create a new story. Now UI enhancement experience of a create a new story options are available. So let's start with the first feature of 7.6 release, that is spider chart. It is used plot values of each category along the axis, which start at the center of the chart and extends up to the end of the radius. It supports one dimension and one or more measure. So let's go to the self-service page. We have data store in which department is a dimension and we have two measures. First is allocated budget, second is actual spending. So when we can use the spider chart or what will be the best situation to use a spider chart? So when there is a need to analyze performance areas in an organization, the spider chart would be the best fit to use. So let's take a spider chart. So now we just drag and drop dimension and measure. This is the spider chart. In this, all the departments are at the edges of the web and measures are at the center of the chart. So now we just go to the properties. In this, we have so many options here. in show points, we can enable the show points and we can disable. When we disable it, you can see there is no points here. So I'm just enabling this show points. We can enable the show legend. We can change the legend style. It is fixed. We can make them floating. We can change the legend font size. It is customizable. We can change the legend orientation, vertical, horizontal, and we can enable the legend checkbox. When we use it, you can able to see this is the checkbox are showing here. So when we want to see the allocated budget, we can disable the actual spending. And if you want to see the actual spending, we can disable the allocated budget. And this is the chart type. You can choose the chart type. It's polygon and circle. We can change the web type, fill, stroke, and we have other options like view filter, category access, primary value access, and insights. So we can text any insights like I'm typing here spider chart, and we can align at right hand side, left hand side, center. So I'm aligning this text at right hand side at bottom. So you can see this is the spider chart. This is all about the first feature of 7.6 release. This is the second feature. It's a waterfall chart. Waterfall chart is a form of data visualization that helps in understanding the cumulative effect of sequentially introduced positive or negative values. It is used to show how an initial values increased and decreased by a series of intermediate values, leading to a final value. It supports one dimension and one measure column. Now we will go to the self-service BI page. Now this is the waterfall chart. So we are taking one dimension is a month and sale. So this is the waterfall chart, but it is not showing the negative value. So we just go to the properties. Here we some options are available here. So you can see here enable base 0. So we should disable this. Now you can see this is the negative values. So in the April month the sale was 5,400, and in August month this is the 6,424, and the tooltip is showing only the increasing value and the overall value is 11K. When we add on this April K and August sale, it will add on approximately 11,000. So little bit this is increasing and now this is decreasing. You are able to see this. And now we just go to the properties. This is the order. When we click on the drop down, it is showing the ascending manual sort. So we just click on the ascending. So now you can see the difference. It says the ascending order. You are able to see the sale proportions. So this is the order by the sale. We can take as month. So this is a chart by the month, and the limit we can update it, and we can exclude global filter, enable base zoom, show laser. If we show the laser, it will show here, but in this waterfall it is not able to see. Some other options are available here like category access, primary value access, and insights. In insights we can text anything which we want to text, like I'm typing here, it's a water for chart. So we can align the text as left, right, and center. So I'm aligning this text on right side, and the position I'm positioning on the right. Now you are able to see the waterfall chart is showing. So this is the all about the waterfall chart. This is the third feature of 7.6 release, that is create new story. In this we have display time to live for personalized data stores and distinguish between personalized data store and scheduler. And in personalized data store we have two category, expired and non-expired. So let's go to the BDB homepage. This is the BDB homepage. Here you will find at top right corner there is a plus button. When we click on it, there's options are available. In this, we will find a create new story. When we click on it, a pop-up will come out. Here you will able to see the information about the story we have to put, like name and the description about the story. Below you will find here data stores information. Earlier we were have the issues like which data store has been expired and how many days left for personalized data store. So all the issues are resolved in the 7.6 release. And now we have the all the data stores information on a single page. You can see here, this is the data stores name, created by, on which date it is created, how many days left, and the action. In action, it's all about the data stores metadata. Here in this drop down, you will find personalized and scheduler. The personalized data store, it is the maximum limit 30 days. After the 30 days, the data store will be removed. It will not keep in memory. But in the scheduler, the data store will automatically refresh at a certain time and it will keep in memory. So we just check with the first personal data store. Here, the oil and gas company that is created by Athira on 1st August 2022. And the days left is 24 days. And the metadata of this oil and gas, there's a dimensions, measure, and time. And now you are able to see the maximum limit is 1 to 30 days. So you can update this days and you can refresh whenever you want. So you are able to see there is a difference between personal data stores. These data stores are expired and these data stores are active. So there is a difference between expired and non-expired data store. Now we just check with the scheduler one. Here you are able to see here is the name, created, created date, and date column will be empty for all scheduler data store because these data stores will refresh at a certain time. It will not remove, it will always keep in memory. So we have a search bar option here. We can search any data store which we want to search. So here you will able to see the search result here. Now we just select the data store which we want to use for the create new story. Here I'm using the MySQL underscore instance underscore 01 August. So I just click on it and I will click on the save button. Once I click the save button, it will land it to a self-service BI page. Here I can create my story with just drag and drop dimension and measure. That's all about this feature. This is the fourth feature, data profiling. In this release, for dimension, measure, and time, data profiling features are implemented. So let's go to the self-service BI page. In this data store, we have one dimension and two measure. So let's start with the dimension. When we click on this I button, it will show top 5 value to us. like administration, customer support, development, information technology, marketing. At bottom, you are able to see it's a 6 documents. It means total departments are 6. When we go to the measure, and here we can see the value and we get the knowledge about it. Like for one department, the allocated budget is 60. For one department, allocated budget is 75. So we move to another measure and check it. So now you are able to see for 2 departments, the actual spending is 60. So this is the data profiling feature which we have recently added in 7.6 release. So this is helpful to get more about the data without designing any chart. So now you are able to see, which we have seen in the data profiling, in actual spending, it's showing for 2 department is 60. So now we can check it. It's 60 for the administration and 60 for the marketing. Now we have done some enhancement in 7.6 release. So let's start with first enhancement. This is dissolution tree chart. In dissolution tree chart, properties are updated with the standard business font size. So let's go to the self-service page. This is the dissolution tree chart. And in the properties, you can see in the font family, their standard business font size are now implemented. So this is the first enhancement. Now go to the second enhancement. This is listen font size to be customizable. In this release, customizable font size introduced for legend in the charts. So let's have a look of this design in the charts. So in this design, we just take a data store. This is in this data store, we have department allocated budget, actual spending. So now we just drag and drop. And we are using the mixed chart. In this, you are able to see. And now we just check with the properties. In this, you can see there is a legend is showing. So when we enable the show legend, legends are showing here. And there is a legend font size. Now, in this 7.6 release, legend size, font size is customizable. We can customize the legend font size. This is the second enhancement. Now, we just move to the third enhancement. That is export as JPEG or PNG. In 7.6 release, we can export as PNG and JPEG format on analyze mode of charts. So let's check in the self-service BI page. So this chart, now we can save this view and this story has been created. Now we have 3 options here. In this we have analyze, edit and remove. So we just analyze it and we have in this drop down we have third option as an export. In this there is a PNG. When we click on it, it is downloading. Its download has been completed. Now this is the PNG image and we will try JPEG image. This is a JPEG image. Now we have another enhancement which we did in 7.6 release. This is Formula Editor New UI. In this, now we have a search option to look for the drop-down for where fields, operations, and functions are provided. So we just go to the self-service BI page and have a look about the formula editor. Here, this is the formula editor option. When we click on it, the pop-up will come out here, and here you can see this is the create calculated field. You can create any field, any formula editor, things which you want. Like here is a formula options, and this is the range. So we have two options available here. And in formula, we have three categories: fields, operator, functions. And this is the enhancement which we did in this in new release, that is search option. So you can search. Now you are able to see this is the source is coming. So when we click on double click here, the expression is coming here. Same as if we search in operators, not equal to, it is coming here. When we double click on it, it is coming here. And the same as in function, we are searching substring. So you can able to see this is coming, and when we click on double click here, it will come here. And here we have to put the formula name, which name you want to give this formula. And this is the two label in the record label and the summary. So when we switch to the summary label, we have only two categories, fields and operators. And now we are just switching to the record label. And here you are able to see two options are available, so dimension and measure. So when we are making the formula for this dimension, we will click the dimension, we will choose that option. And if we are making any formula measure, we will choose that option. And then we will save it. So I'm just giving one option here. So I'm searching for skills, and I'm not using this operations field now as of now. So I'm removing this. So first I'm select the substring, and then before dot, I will select this, will come, and from 1 to 3. And this is, you know about, this is dimension. So I will click the dimension and I will save it. And I have to give the formula name. So I'm giving this formula substring. And I just save it. So now you are able to see in this data store, now we have a swap formula substring 1 also, which we have created just now. So we just take a data grid and we just select skills, and we just take this formula substring which we have just created. Just a minute. Yeah, now it's done. So able to see this is the formula which we have created. Now this is the result we are getting. So this is the enhancement which we have did in the 7.6 release. That's all about this enhancement. Thank you.